Yo! What up, what up? How is everyone? Okay. I have to figure out. Hello, hello, hello. I'm just adding in, sorry. How do I add in Andrea? I think I've got to wait till she joins. Hello, hello, everyone. Hey, hola, hola. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm gonna try and add Andrea. There we are. Just waiting for her to join. Yo!
Hey,
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, very good, thank you.
Cool,
I'm just
cool.
gonna do the. I'm gonna at Song Academy in the pin the comment.
For sure. Do that too, actually.
Song Academy. Yo, oh, there's so many people. This is so cool. Academy. Ha ha. Mr. Harry Collett, how are you? There's loads of people coming in. Song Academy.
Oh.
Yay.
I think that feature only applies to
No,
you,
I actually don't have to do that, so I'm gonna leave it. Oh, you did it. Okay, cool. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Okay.
Yeah, very good,
I
thank you.
seriously thought it was happening in an hour, and I freaked out when you told me
No.
like 10 minutes morning. I was like,
It's all
wait.
good. It's all good. Oh, there's so many comments. This is great. Hi, everyone. So, for those of you who don't know, hi, my name's Sebastian Croft. I'm an actor and songwriter, and I'm here with Andrea.
Hey.
Who, yeah, do you wanna?
I'm Andrea Turk. I'm an Indonesian singer-songwriter / producer, but I'm currently living in California, and I do music. I produce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what we're here to talk about. So we're here doing the first Song Academy Sunday 5 at Live thing. So this is going to be a weekly thing from Song Academy. There's lots of cool people who are doing lives together. And yeah, we're basically going to be performing some songs and chatting about how we write and what we write. And Andrea, you won the Young Songwriters competition last year, right?
Yeah. I flew to UK. I performed there. I got a chance to meet like the committee and Rowena, and everyone was just amazing. Yeah.
It was so cool. I was there. I was
Yes,
like
you were
comparing
there.
the show, and when Andrea came on, the energy, like when you came on, you were like, "Yo, what's up, guys? Like I've flown in. How are you all doing?" Like the crowd were clapping along. It was so good. Cool. So, should we start with a song?
Yeah. Do you want to go first or?
No, ladies first. Go for it.
Oh my god. Okay, great. See if this works. I have like a whole keyboard here set up. I don't know if you guys can see, but
It's cool.
okay. Staying up till 3 a.m. We talked about the world. We didn't care, and we were finding our ways and trying to escape the cell. It was good until God told me to leave. He offered me a hand, but then I took his arm and never gave it back. He was sure to steal from me, and we were driving all night, flashing car lights crashing down from the high. Is this who we are? We're damsels and juveniles, always running from petty crimes. And with you, I feel anymore.
good.
Cool, cool.
There were so many people commenting. Someone commented the name of the song. There's loads
Oh
of great
yeah!
stuff
Oh,
happening.
that's crazy. Thank you for watching. Yeah, that was the one that was a song that had like I won with
Yeah.
for songwriting.
The competition.
Yeah.
It's so cool. And like, when did you write it? Was that like a few years ago? Was it recently?
It was by the end of 2017. I think I was 16 at the time, and like
Wow. You wrote that when you were 16?
yeah.
That's crazy.
Thank you. And I got the chance to like produce it at Sweden with a Swedish producer. And yeah, it was kind of like on the spot. I actually had like a verse down. It was only a verse. And then I brought it into the studio. And then he was like, "Do you have a song?" And I was like, "Well, I have this verse." And he's like, "I love it. Let's like continue it." And we like finished it today. So it was just like spontaneous. Like
That's so cool. It's really cool. It's got such like a nice flow to it. And it's like very catchy immediately. I just wanted to start dancing. I did start dancing, and then I remembered that you could see me. So
cool. And now it's your turn. Let me hear.
okay, so I'm gonna start with like a bit more of a slow one. It's called Chess, and it was the first song I put out on Instagram. Because like I didn't show anyone my songs much before that, so I was kind of quite secretive about it. But yeah, it was the first song I put it out there. So yeah. The story that I have built in my head, where you love to dream that I'm in your bed, and we both find out we're in love when we finally kiss. The stories and outcomes I feel like I've lived, 'cause people like us, they once thought like this. They felt like it fell into place when they finally kissed. So what if we did? We could be king and queen, you could be all I need if we play all our cards right. We could be king and queen, you could be all I need. Tell me you'll stay through the night. If I'm alone and dreaming of you, if you're none the wiser, this song is for you. And I hope the person you dream of is dreaming with you. But if by some chance you sit up at night, wondering if I might be closing my eyes to dream of you dreaming of me, then I guess we're alright. What if I'm right? We could be king and queen, you could be all I need if we play all our cards right. We could be king and queen, you could be all I need. Tell me you'll stay through the night. It's hand on my heart, I'll play you this song. If all of our dreams turn out to be wrong, but you still won't know that it's you who I never kissed. But what if we did? We could be king and queen, you could be all I need if we play all our cards right. We could be king and queen, you could be all I need. Tell me you'll stay through the night. What if we did? What if we kissed?
Hey, it's
That's
beautiful.
it.
I love it. It has a sweet sentiment to it, and I love like the way you use like cards and like king and queen just to like create that image. It's really beautiful.
Thanks, man.
What
Yeah.
inspired you to write it? Like, tell me about it.
It was like, I don't know how you find songwriting, but it's very like each song's very different, and that was one that kind of just came as a package. Like I sat down, and as soon as I started figuring out the beginning, I had the kick, like the hook kind of quite early on, the king and queen bit. But yeah, and then I couldn't name the title. Like I found it really hard naming the song. And then when I posted it, my friend Nell, Tiger Free, was like, "Why don't you call it Chess?" I was like, "Okay, I'll call it Chess." But yeah, so no, it was a funny one. It kind of just came as a package, I guess, like kind of came all at once. Whereas like sometimes I find that you get like a line and then you wait with that for a bit and then you play around with it and it's a bit more of a slower process.
Cool. Cool. Have you
Baguette Boy has just said.
Yet? Oh, sorry.
Sorry, I was reading these comments. They're so nice. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Baguette Boy.
His song, by the way. Someone asked whose song it is.
Oh, yeah. So we're both playing only original songs. Yeah, and that's kind of why we're here. So Song Academy supports young songwriters, whether it's like clubs, lessons, or they run the Young Songwriters competition, which Andrea won. Big up, big up. And yeah, they're great. And we're both ambassadors for them.
Like this June or something, they still have competitions open.
Yeah, they're running. It's like the
collaboration.
Yeah, that's it. The joint, the collaboration competition.
Yeah. So, it was like, hold on, give me a second. Let me pull my cue cards. I know this is embarrassing.
Yeah, no, I know. So, yeah, well, I was gonna ask you, like, when did you start writing? Like, how old were you when you first wrote a song?
I started writing when I was 12, because I started getting into music at the age of 10. And then after I started writing, like around 12, I recorded my first song at that time too, just because like my parents were like, wow, you wrote a song, let's make a music video. But it was never published because that cringe and embarrassing. But that's how it all started. And then for my first album, I recorded the first song in that first album when I was like 14 or 15. So yeah, that was like, it's a whole journey, and I don't know. It just kind of like like you said, like it's a whole package. Like it kind of just flows right out of you. It's not like something planned out. Like, oh, I'm gonna write a song. You know, like it just so happens to be. You know, yeah.
Yeah. No, I 100% get that. And then like with your writing, how do you like where do you start the process when it comes to, like, let's say you sit down and do you actively try and write a song, or do you just wait for it to come to you? Like, what's your process?
I mean, usually when there's like those inspirations kind of songs, you just kind of like set yourself aside and just try to write it and finish it at the same time. But then there's also like, oh, I really need to write a song for something, and I'll just like sit down, find a chord progression, and then just like sing on top of it, like all the melodies, and see if I like any kind of melody, and I'll stick to it, and then I just continue from there. Yeah. What about you?
Very cool.
How about you?
Well, I guess it's different each time. Like, I used to consider myself more of like someone who would write the music, and I really struggled with the lyrics. And for a long time, I wanted to find someone who would write the music, and I used to kind of put songs to poems and stuff like that. But I don't know, I get weird inspirations, honestly. Like my most recent song I wrote, like the idea started because I had a burrito.
Wow. Amazing.
So like, I don't know, I think that's also, yeah, I don't know, there's lots of different inspirations that you get, and it starts in different places, and sometimes it's just taking an idea that isn't necessarily the best in its beginning form, but knowing that as you expand it will kind of turn into something more. But I started songwriting kind of the same age as you, like around 12 or 13, but for me it was because my voice was breaking, and I used to love like singing, and I used to be in musicals and sing pop songs and stuff like that, and then obviously my voice broke and I couldn't sing anything really. Like all the songs were out of my range, so I was like, I'm all right, my own songs. And yeah, that's kind of how I like got into it. But no, it's a strange process. I mean, it's ever evolving, as I'm sure it is with you. Like sometimes it's a lyric, sometimes it's a burrito, sometimes it's the melody. But yeah, I guess it's like, it's just trusting it, like trusting the process, and kind of trusting that the song's going to go somewhere. Because often it's easy to look at what you have straight away and be like, this isn't very good. But yeah, kind of.
It's also like those kind of songs where you just write without, I don't know, having to experience it. So you just kind of made up this whole fantasy, and then hopefully people will buy it. Whereas to like actually relive the experience, and then you're like, oh, this is what happens, and then it just kind of like touches the person more when they listen to it. I don't know.
Definitely. No, 100%. There's something like, it's almost like a message in a bottle that I really like about writing a song, where either when you're writing it, you can write it about someone and they might know what you're talking about, and you kind of let people into your truth, and you let people into this little world that you create. And there's so many songs I've listened to where I've had the same, where you listen to a song and you just instantly connect to it. And it's the most magical experience when you're listening to someone else and you're like, yes, they get it.
Yeah.
And I think it's the same for us. Like, that's kind of what we're striving to do, is write songs that people hopefully connect with and kind of feel the same around those kind of topics. Yeah. And then how have you found lockdown? Like, how's that affected songwriting?
I don't know. Like, people would think that it's much easier because we're at home and, like, you know, musicians have all the tools in their little studio. Like, they could just make songs unlimited. But it's really, like, the whole mentality, especially the headspace in quarantine, not being able to see people, not being able to, I guess, function as it was. It's just kind of hard to... I don't know, focus on anything. So, but definitely, like, whenever I have a song, it's really easy because then there's not really many distractions. Like, aren't any schedule. Like, I can just finish it on that day, kind of thing. You know. But I don't know. What about you?
Yeah, no, it's interesting you say that, because I always find if I sit down and I'm like, I want to write a song, that's always when I find it the hardest to write it. I think sometimes having, like you said, feeling like you have any kind of structure around it, or you have like a deadline, makes it even harder to kind of write it. But I don't know, I feel like in a lot of ways with creativity, the more barriers you have, the more creative you're forced to be. And I think that's kind of what lockdown's been. It's kind of been a pressure cooker in terms of, at first I really didn't like it, but as kind of time's gone on, I don't know, I feel like creatively I'm being more creative than I normally would be, because I've got less influences, because I'm seeing the same things again and again each day. And I'm definitely listening to a lot more music as well. And like, I think I'm going online and watching videos more and stuff like that. So no, I think it's been kind of, I've tried to turn it into a positive, being in lockdown, but you know, it is hard. And then, so like, obviously you've released songs and they're amazing. But like, what's the process from, oh, I've got an idea from a song, going all the way through to like making a music video, releasing it and having it played? Like, just, yeah. What's...
I don't know, because, well, it used to be like, oh, I'll just write a song and then I'll put it in my album, and it'll just be like an album because I have this many songs to share with you guys. But now it's more like, okay, I'm making an album, what's the theme, like, what's the silver lining between all the songs, and then, like, how am I gonna think about this, like, visually. I never really, like, I do have music video ideas, but it's never like, okay, for this song I'm planning it to be this and this. It's more like, I don't know, spontaneity. But yeah. And I don't know, but I make sure that, like, with every music video, it's just kind of like showcases my personality in a way, and just like what my artistry is.
Yeah.
So it's like all done by myself or my friends, you know. It's like really low budget, but like we're doing it, we're thriving, you know. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, definitely. There's some great, there's some really cool comments. Someone was asking about how you write, and I think whilst we kind of talked about that, I'd be really interested to know, like, kind of branching off that, what kind of, I guess, when you hear like another artist that you like, what's your process with, like, how do you think you kind of get influenced by said artist or whoever it is?
Well, I'm really obsessed with Lolo Zouai. I don't know if you guys know her, but she's like aesthetically is just like easy on the eyes, you know. Like, she has all her colors coordinated, all her outfits down, and like she has a different sound to her music. And you know, she's like, she can speak French. She has a little bit of French, and it's like all these like little things that kind of create a fan base, so that like, oh, this is what Lola is, like, oh, she loves this anime cartoon thing, or she loves to write songs about love, or like stuff like that. So when I see artists like that, I'm like, wait, okay, how do I adapt that to what I'm doing, and like, what am I missing in my artistry that I could like furthermore improve? But yeah, that's how, like, or it's either that or like I just listen to their album for like 24/7. There's like no in between. It's like,
Yeah.
but yeah,
There's
definitely the whole package. Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I think it's really cool, like you said, with kind of defining features. I think it's really cool with artists when they like very much create their own style and have their own stamp on everything they do. Scarlett asked, do you write the music first or the lyrics?
Are these all questions for me? I feel like you should answer them too.
I'll answer it too, but you go first.
Okay. Music. Definitely music first.
Really? I don't know what I don't know. It's both. It's definitely both for me. It's different for different songs. Yeah, very, very different. Cool. There's so many cool questions. I mean, I'm seeing hi from Russia. Also, there's lots of little hearts that keep flicking up, which keep making me smile.
Some of you have pretty eyes.
Oh, guys, stop it. But no, I mean, I think we're really lucky living in an age, and kind of this live is proof of that, where we have something like Instagram where you can just share songs so easily and you can put stuff out there. I don't know, I really enjoy it, and I think as a platform it's really cool. And I think as like a young, hopefully aspiring like songwriter, seeing artists I look up to who are using the same platforms, and at the moment with lockdown just sat in their bedrooms playing on a guitar like we would, I think it's so cool, and really feels like it bridges the gap between the pop, like the like the artist or the star or this like finished package, and when it's just you and your out of tune guitar which you borrowed for a friend from a weekend, and 3 years on you've still got it. It's sat in a room, which is my case. Shout out to my friend Nico, who I've still got his guitar like 4 years on. So apologies for that. But cool. Should we play another song?
Oh wait.
Sorry, what did you say?
Well, have you been recording any songs? Like, how's it going with that part of your?
Well, so like obviously, well maybe not obviously, but acting is the thing I'm kind of most passionate about, and I've been acting professionally since I was 7, and it's always been the thing that I've been most focused on. But like being in school, and I didn't enjoy school the whole time, but I don't think anyone ever does. Songwriting kind of became a bit of like a way that you can have something creative that's always there for you. Like if I'm on set, I'll have my guitar or a piano or something, and you can always be writing. So I haven't really ever taken it to like a recording stage. I've tried recording a few bits and bobs, but nothing that like is ready to release. But no, I mean, I've got a microphone here, so at some point during lockdown, I want to figure out how to use GarageBand or Logic or something like that, and start trying to record. But how about you? Because I know you record lots of stuff, and I know that when you go into a studio, you can have a finished song, and yet there's like a billion ways you could go with the song. There's a really, sorry, just quickly before you answer that question, there's a great question from Baguette Boy, which is, have you guys ever learned music theory, or did you teach yourself? Sorry, that's me being dyslexic and not being able to read properly.
And how about you? Like, did you teach yourself, or?
Yeah, I mean, I'm like I just said, super dyslexic. So I could barely learn to read English, let alone music, which just looked like scribbles. And to be honest, I didn't ever do grades as well. I just kind of started. But I think my desire to tell stories and my desire to get a message across is what drove me to learn more piano, rather than like going through till grade 8 and then starting to write. But yeah, how about you? Did you teach yourself, or you?
Definitely I had too many private lessons to the point that I probably puke. No, but like, it's just, I was raised, like my parents made sure that I had the education, I had the music theory solid, so that I could just freely create. Which I have to thank my parents for. Definitely, I did take a lot of music theory exams and like piano exams, and yeah. But even then, it's just like it's just as a tool, you know. Like what matters is your songwriting, and if you can do that well, then it doesn't matter how you accompany yourself or whatever. Like the song will speak for it. So yeah.
No, definitely. I think it's cool, and I also think it's cool when like lots of different. I don't know about like how you write, but I often have. I remember I got taught a little like jazz lick from a friend of mine who's like a jazz pianist, and like that ends up weaving its way into your songs. And I think it's cool. The more tools you have, the more fun you can have with it.
I feel like the fact that we have limited knowledge of an instrument, and then when we get inspired by someone, even though they think that that's like a minor thing, but for us it's like something new, and then we just like incorporate it with our songs, it's like, oh wow, this just like totally takes it to the next level, you know, and people don't even realize that it can be that way.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's cool. I also think like the sounds around like where you live and what things look like massively affect my writing. There's a great question here. What's your favorite song you've ever written?
Oh.
I'll let you go first. I don't know.
Oh God. Too many.
I'd probably say like the most recent song I've written is usually my favorite. I think just because it's like, I don't know, the most up to date and it's fresh. Yeah, that's such a hard question.
I do have my least favorite song though.
Oh, go on then.
Which is ironically doing the very best in like streaming services.
Really?
Maybe because of that. Maybe because of how much I hate it. The people kind of like, oh, there's so much emotion into it, but actually I don't like it.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I guess, I mean, I've never released songs, but when you release songs, it's then out there. Like, if I wanted to change a song that I'd written 3 years ago, I could change it and no one's ever heard it, so they wouldn't know. Whereas for you, like, it's then set in stone, you know? That's crazy. Right, do you want to do another song?
Yeah. No, you go first.
Okay.
We like the equality here.
Okay. I like that. So this song is called I Love You So My Broken Heart. So many people have said it's too long of a title. But I like it. And anything shorter, if it was just like Broken Heart or I Love You, it's just kind of meaningless. Whereas I Love You So My Broken Heart is kind of like, I don't know. But I posted this one on my Instagram like 2 days ago. And I've like played the guitar for a while, but never well. And still not well, let's just clarify. But like I hadn't like properly sat down and learned how to play. And then recently during lockdown, I was like, this is the time I learn bar chords and I figure out how to play the guitar. So yeah, I wrote this one a while ago though. But yeah, here it is. Okay. So you're in my dreams. You lie next to me. When I can't sleep, you are all I see. Am I falling deep? You're the one for me. Never felt so sweet when you noticed me. The waiting can wait. I can live through the pain. I'm no longer afraid. I love you, said my broken heart. Oh, when we're miles apart, you'll be my guiding star, lighting up the darkness of my broken heart. You see past all my scars, and when the time is right, lighting up the darkness of my heart. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Am I on your mind? Like you're stuck in mine. Can you see my smile when you close your eyes? So your love causes pain. Will I love again? the starts and the breaks, and still you're in my brain. And the waiting can wait. I can live through the pain. I'm no longer afraid. I love you, said my bro. Do-do-do-do-do-do, Ken. Do-do-do-do-do, hard. Do-do-do-do-do-do. I love you, said my bro. Ken, hard. Oh, when we're miles apart, you'll be my guiding star. Lighting up the darkness of my broken heart. You see past all my scars, and when the time is right, lighting up the darkness of my heart.
So pretty.
Thank
And
you.
your voice, oh my god, those licks, I can't.
I mean, it's a work in progress. Like, you know, it's yeah, it's a funny one. It's, I don't know. I feel like until recently I was quite limited by my voice because it was broken, but I'm starting to like get a bit of a range back, if you know what I mean. Because when your voice breaks, it's literally an octave. It's so frustrating. But thank you. Cool. I mean, I'm super excited to hear your next song.
Alright, this one's my newest single. It's called Dancing Away With You.
Yeah.
But
Okay, cool. Is this released?
yeah, it's released. There's already a music video for it too, so if you guys want to watch it,
Go check it out. Go check it out.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, hey, babe, I like your style. Cigarettes with red wine. Silhouette of your lips and red eyes. Wondering if you stay a while. How was honest in your eyes? I deserve it. How was hiding in your eyes? I've deserted. But one of these days I find myself alone in my room, dancing to navy blue, dancing away with you. Yeah, one of these days I find myself alone in my room, dancing to navy blue, dancing away with you. Yeah. Oh, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey. Oh, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey. Hey, babe, you're quite the taste. Heart of gold with a New York face. Common sweet green tea, always ready for the chase. I adore him, that's not the case. I was lost in my eyes, I deserved it. I was caught
Hey! Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh,
So funny because we sang our songs with the piano at the same time, with the guitar at the same time.
I know.
Oh yeah.
I know.
It's hilarious.
But that's like a 101. You have to have a guitar song with like an ooh or an oh, you know. That's a must. There have been so many cool comments. Just people saying how beautiful and how awesome the song is. Miriam, hi Miriam. She's doing a live later in the week with Jenk. I think next Sunday or maybe the next Sunday, the Sunday after that. And also I want to say hi to Phoebe Francis, who is a cousin of a really good friend of mine, Rosie Turner. There's so many nice comments.
Someone said hi from Indonesia. Hello.
Hey.
Selamat Hari Lebaran bagi yang nonton. I'm just like wishing them happy Eid Mubarak for people. But yeah.
Okay, great question in from Izzy. Do you prefer keyboard or guitar?
Ooh. I suck at guitar, but I love it more.
Are you joking? You were so good. It was so cool.
It's like minimal surface. But yeah, what about you?
I'd say I prefer the guitar as well, just because I think, I don't know, you can create. It's so vibey, the guitar. Like it's just, it immediately sounds like a song. Yeah, there's a great question. Another great question in from Baguette Boy. Do you guys have any cool projects coming out in the future?
Ooh. I don't know. Do you?
Me, I mean, I'm gonna be trying to put out some more songs whilst we're in lockdown. Yeah, I've got a few films coming out, which I'm really excited about. So,
there's really nothing else to do.
yeah, I know lockdown is just like do whatever. But yeah, what about you? Come on, like when's the new single dropping? Give me the goss.
I think there'll be a new single coming up this week.
This week.
I know, exciting. I'm trying to put out a single every month, so
wow.
So that album will drop like on August, you know. So
nice
for that.
Love that. And then kind of expanding on that future question. I know we spoke a bit about artists we liked before, but like, what kind of artist would you see yourself? Like, what kind of artist would you like to be like, or emulate, or whatever?
I don't know, cause like in my past 2 albums, it was more of like, she has the sound, she has R&B, she has folk, she has pop, and blah blah blah. So I kind of want in my 3rd album to be like, oh, she's indie alternative now, cause like most of all my songs is like has a guitar on it now. So I'm excited to just kind of be able to give that to you guys. Because it's exciting, you know, to have like one instrument that you stick with, because then when you perform live you can like spice it up and just like have it stripped down, and like people are like, whoa, but actually that's literally how you wrote it the first time. Like
yeah, no, it's so cool. And I love that you think more past just each individual song, but like the overall kind of aesthetic of it. Cuckoo Art said, well, just shout out because she's a great supporter, and I just wanted to send lots of love. There's so many cool comments.
I wish you could reach it, but it's like right there.
I know, I'm trying to reach to like scroll through. There's some great stuff. Okay, do you have the quickfire questions?
Yes.
Okay, so because it's the first like Sunday 5 live Song Academy thing, I thought we could like explain. Basically, we're gonna end this live with a quick fire questions. These are never before seen questions that we're gonna have to answer on the spot. Okay, I'm kind of nervous but also excited.
So I just keep on going until it's done, right?
Should we alternate? So like you ask me one, I'll ask you one, you ask me one. Okay.
Quick, what is the strangest thing that has inspired you to write a song other than a burrito?
Other than a burrito. I mean, I think that's pretty strange. I wrote a song called Vintage Love because I was in a vintage shop, which is quite strange. Yeah, okay, quick. If you could take the place of any band member in any era, who would it be and why?
Garfunkel.
Okay, cool.
I love that song. and I just want to sing that song.
Yeah, nice.
That's my old friend. Yeah, that one I know. Okay, quick, come up with a band name right now.
The Burritos.
You love burritos, man. Like, what do you order?
I love,
In
like,
burrito?
I do have a burrito obsession. It is true. I've really missed them. I've really missed them in lockdown. That's probably the thing I missed the most. Right. Make up a chorus on the spot.
Wait, okay. Let's see. Your name starts with B. Wait, try B flat, maybe? I don't know. No, that's not. I love burritos. Don't really know why I do. Something tells me that you have those little cheese toppings, so I'll eat it when you make it for me too. I don't know.
Dude, you have to release that. That's the new song that's dropping this week. That's it. That's so good. The burrito song. I love it.
Great, perfect. Okay, your turn. Would you rather live in a treehouse or a bouncy castle?
A treehouse, because bouncy castles are the worst things to walk on ever. Like, I don't know, when you finish bouncing on them and you had to walk out to get your shoes and they kind of like collapses below you. No, 100%. I'm a treehouse man.
I don't know if it's sustainable too. Like a bouncy castle would just like, I don't know, break.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you know, it's just like, that's too much. But
okay, what musician did you first hear who inspired you to become a musician?
Ooh, Adele. No, actually, Adele and Ed Sheeran, both of them.
Both strong choices.
Like, this was before I knew what music was. Like, I bought their CDs, and this was back when we had CD players.
I know.
You know? And
I feel like that's our generation's thing. Like,
yeah,
people remember before telephones. Ours is like before DVDs and CDs, when everything just wasn't Netflix and Spotify.
Yeah. So, yeah, definitely. Okay, quick. Grab the nearest book you can find, turn to page 34, and read the second.
Grab a book. This book's over this way. Which book? I don't know.
English textbook. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Just anything. Literally.
Okay. What page? What page?
34.
34. By the way, I've never read this book. I have no idea what it's about, but I've heard lots of people. And then what line?
Second sentence.
If one of the cars broke down, the buyer could sue Peugeot, but not Armand. This is going to be, I mean, we've established I'm dyslexic. This is not going to be fun for everyone hearing me read. It's a book called Sapiens. I've heard lots of people say good stuff about it. As you can establish, I can't really read, so I shan't be reading this book.
No, we have Kindle, so fine.
Okay. What's your favorite songwriting trick?
Whenever like I'm missing a syllable or whenever there's too many syllables, I would either add the word just or babe, which is like a bad thing because then there's no context. But it works, so like that's what I do.
But like, give us an example. What do you mean?
Like there's this one time when I wrote a song. It's called Falling. I'm falling just for you. And then my teacher was like, maybe if you take out the just, like that's not important. Like you can just add in, like you can just lengthen the falling. So it's I'm falling for you. And I was like, wait, you right. But then there's also like other songs where it's just like, oh, I think I need to add a just because then it just doesn't feel right scansion wise.
Without the just, it just doesn't feel right. Yeah, no, I get you. It's kind of sometimes like I feel the process is like boiling out. You know, like if you have like a soup and it's got lots of water in it, and you're boiling out the waters till it's just like the pure bits, you know, like the really tasty bits. Okay.
Favorite artists / songwriters? Which songwriters and artists do you follow, and what do you love about them?
I'm gonna say John Mayer. I not only love his music, but that man's style is so good. Like, he's just so cool. And he also is just really funny on Instagram. Yeah, I'm a big fan of his. So, like, I'd say him, John Mayer. Big up. I'm gonna say Ansel Eagle, who's an actor and also releases really good music. I think is really good. He's got a song called Home Alone, which I listened to obsessively over the last summer. And like, obviously, because he's an actor and he does music, he's kind of like someone, you know, I aspire to be like. Yeah. Oh, it's my question. Sorry. If you could write a song with any artist, dead or alive, who would it be?
Since you mentioned dead people, I don't know. Wait, let me see. Is Carole King still alive? I'm so sorry. Wait, let me search that up real quick. I don't want to like diss her, but she's like first.
Is the answer Carole King?
Yeah. Oh, she's still alive. Thank God. So yes, I really want to work with her because she's like the first ever female singer. I know. That's beneficial for me because then that could still happen if she ever watches.
That could still happen.
But yeah. Okay, that's all the questions.
That's all the quickfire questions.
Yeah.
Well, Andrea, it's been so lovely. First of all, hearing your songs, which are so good, and also just chatting to you. And for anyone who is still curious about what Song Academy is, I've just noticed you've got a little poster, like a little Song Academy thing behind you.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you guys want to know more about Song Academy, they have their YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook, Song Academy UK, and Instagram, Song_Academy. So if you guys want to check out who's going to win on June 2nd, June 20th, we'll just go there. I'm pretty sure there's like, ever since I joined this, some of my Indonesian friends are joining it too, so that's pretty exciting how it's like become a global scale, you know? So,
amazing. Yeah, and just to reiterate, like, it doesn't matter where in the world you are, you can enter your songs. They've got their collaborative competition running at the moment. So if you and a friend want to write a song or whatever it is, come get involved. Yes, Song Academy. They're right there. You can click onto their account. But thank you, everyone, for joining. It's been so much fun. I hope you're all staying entertained and creative in lockdown and sending lots of love. And Andrea, it was so nice chatting to you.
Nice meeting you, Bash.
Bye.
Bye.